Welcome to the electrifying world of numismatics, where every coin tells a story of history, art, and hidden treasure. And today we're diving headfirst into one of the most fascinating and collectible American coins ever struck, the 1776-1976 Eisenhower $1. If you think modern collectible coins are dull or lack historical flair, buckle up, because this silver dollar is about to blow your expectations out of the water. From its revolutionary bicentennial design to its staggering rarity and value among collectors worldwide, this coin is a legend in its own right. So if you're holding one, hunting one, or just plain curious about why this dollar commands attention and admiration, you're in the right place. Stay tuned. This is not just any Eisenhower dollar. This is the Denver minted bicentennial issue, struck to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence. Unlike standard Eisenhower dollars that feature Ike's presidential portrait and an eagle landing on the moon on the reverse, this special coin boasts a unique reverse design, a spirited rendition of the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon. Yes, America's iconic symbol of freedom boldly paired with the celestial achievement of the Apollo lunar landing, a design choice that screams celebration and national pride. The imagery was approved in 1973, and the coins were produced from 1975 into 1976, bearing the dual date, 1776 to 1976, to mark the bicentennial. Critics and enthusiasts alike have praised the design's boldness, its symbolism, and its uniqueness, which already sets the stage for intrigue. Before we talk mintage and market value, let's set the historical context, because that's what makes this coin more than just metal stamped with images. It embodies an era of reflection, ambition, and national identity. The United States was preparing for its bicentennial celebration, a once-in-a-lifetime commemoration of 200 years since the Declaration of Independence, with events, parades, reenactments, and cultural ceremonies scheduled across the nation. The U.S. Mint had a unique opportunity: craft a coin that felt both patriotic and emblematic of contemporary American achievement. Enter the Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and for collectors, in San Francisco. What made them instantly iconic was not only the date, but the new reverse design by sculptor Dennis R. Williams, featuring a bold, centered Liberty Bell with a crisp, lunar backdrop. The design was both a nod to the founding ideals of liberty and an acknowledgement of the technological pinnacle reached just a few short years earlier with the Apollo missions. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty that collectors live for: mintage numbers and production details. The 1776-1976 Eisenhower $1 was struck at the Denver Mint, and unlike typical Eisenhower dollars, it does not carry the usual single-year date of strike. Instead, every bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, whether from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, carries the dual date, 1776 to 1976. For Denver specifically, hundreds of millions were struck for circulation, which on the surface might make you think these coins are common. And in terms of sheer numbers, that's true. Over 533 million pieces were produced at Denver for general circulation. But here's where things get interesting. What most collectors are not talking about are the rarities and valuable varieties hidden within these massive mintage figures. Because when you look up close at strike quality, die pairs, planchet condition, and errors, a world of value appears that goes well beyond face value. First, let's acknowledge the basic collector categories. There are circulation strikes, the coins you might find in pocket change if you were lucky. There are mint set examples, those coins that were specially selected and packaged by the U.S. Mint for collectors in annual uncirculated sets. There are also proof issues from the San Francisco Mint, struck on specially polished planchets. But for the Denver Bicentennial, the coins most often talked about by serious collectors are high-grade uncirculated examples and error coins, particularly those with unusual striking characteristics that make them stand out from the pack. One of the most sought-after qualities in any Eisenhower dollar is full cartwheel, a term collectors use to describe a coin that exhibits perfect luster and mirror-like surfaces that reflect light in a dazzling way. Denver Bicentennial dollars in brilliant uncirculated grades, especially those graded MS67 and above by professional grading services, command significant premiums. That's because although hundreds of millions were made, only a small fraction survived with no bag marks, contact marks, or wear. In the grading world, an MS70, A perfect coin with no visible flaws even under magnification is virtually a unicorn for modern issues like this one. In extremely fine condition, values may range from 5 to 15 pounds. But once we move into brilliant uncirculated territory, especially coins preserved in original mint sets or saved directly from banks, prices climb significantly. High-end uncirculated examples can sell for 20 to 50 pounds. Certified top-grade specimens graded by professional services can command even higher premiums, particularly if they exhibit exceptional luster and sharp strike detail. Now let's talk about rare and valuable varieties, because this is where the excitement builds. Although the 1968 10p was not known for dramatic design changes, subtle die variations, and striking anomalies exist. Collectors search for double die obverse, where elements of the Queen's portrait or lettering show visible doubling due to misalignment during die creation. These varieties can be difficult to detect without magnification, but authenticated examples can sell for strong premiums due to their scarcity. Off-center strikes also appear occasionally. These occur when the planchet is not perfectly aligned in the striking press. Depending on how dramatic the misalignment is, values can rise dramatically. A slight off-center example may bring modest premiums, while a dramatic error retaining a visible date can command well over 100 pounds among error specialists. Another collectible category includes broad strikes, where the coin was struck without the retaining collar, causing it to spread slightly beyond its intended diameter. These pieces have softer edges and a slightly expanded appearance. Because error collecting has grown significantly in popularity in recent decades, unusual 1968 10p errors can bring impressive auction results. There is also collector demand for coins with exceptional toning. Copper-nickel coins sometimes develop subtle golden, blue, or iridescent hues over decades. While toning does not always increase value, aesthetically pleasing examples can command premiums, especially if the surfaces remain unblemished. One fascinating aspect of the 1968 new 10-pence coin is its role as a long-term circulating type. The large-size 10p remained in circulation until 1992, when it was replaced with a smaller version to reduce production costs and align with European coin sizes. When the smaller 10p was introduced, the older large coins were gradually withdrawn. Many were melted down. This melting reduced the surviving population of high-grade examples, particularly those that had not been saved by collectors. The transition from large to small 10p coins renewed collector interest in the original 1968 issue. As people realized the larger coins were disappearing from circulation, they began searching through change jars and coin albums. This surge of interest elevated the coin's profile in British numismatics. Market demand today remains steady. The 1968 10p appeals to multiple categories of collectors. Decimal transition specialists view it as a cornerstone piece. Elizabeth II portrait collectors appreciate it as part of the long-running Machin effigy series. Error collectors hunt for dramatic striking anomalies. And general British coin collectors include it in type sets representing the dawn of decimal Britain. Investment potential depends heavily on grade and rarity. Common circulated pieces are unlikely to skyrocket in value due to the high original mintage. However, premium uncirculated examples and verified error coins have shown consistent appreciation. As more collectors seek high-grade decimal-era coins, competition for the finest surviving specimens intensifies. Beyond numbers and prices, the true value of the 1968 Elizabeth II new 10-pence coin lies in its historical symbolism. It represents a moment when Britain modernized its economy while preserving continuity through design. The Crown Lion stood firm as the nation stepped into a new financial era. The youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II signaled stability during transformation. Few coins embody such a clear narrative of change balanced with tradition. When you hold this coin, you are holding the physical embodiment of decimal days preparation. You are touching a transitional artifact that eased millions of citizens into a simpler, more modern currency system. That historical weight adds emotional and cultural value that goes far beyond catalog listings. For collectors building a serious decimal-era set, securing a sharply struck, fully lustrous 1968 example is essential. For error specialists, careful inspection under magnification may reveal hidden treasures. And for long-term investors, focusing on top-grade certified pieces offers the strongest growth potential. The 1968 Elizabeth II new 10-pence coin may have started as a practical solution to monetary reform, but today it stands as one of the most important modern British coins. It bridges centuries of monetary tradition and signals the dawn of decimal Britain. Another reason collectors love the 1776-1976 Bicentennial Dollar is its role in American coinage history. The U.S. Mint made a rare move by issuing a commemorative design across all denominations of circulating coinage, not just this dollar, but also the quarter and half dollar. This nationwide celebration in metal connects families, history buffs, and numismatists to a defining moment in American culture. So if you're watching this and thinking about buying, selling, or grading your own Denver Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar, here's what to keep in mind. First, condition is king. Always have high-grade coins authenticated and graded by a reputable service like NGC or PCGS. Second, learn to identify key error types. Some of the most valuable coins hide in plain sight. Third, understand market trends. Prices fluctuate with collector demand, economic forces, and auction results. In closing, the 1776-1976 Eisenhower $1 is far more than a piece of pocket change. It's a capsule of American history, a canvas of iconic symbolism, and a treasure trove of potential value for the informed collector. Its high mintage may make standard coins common, but the exciting world of high grades and rare varieties ensures that passion, rarity, and value continue to thrive around this remarkable coin. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just discovering the thrill of coin collecting, this Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar deserves a place in your collection, not just for what it was, but for what it represents: 2 centuries of freedom, achievement, and the unending pursuit of something extraordinary. Stay tuned to Coin's numismatic series, where every coin has a story and every collector finds a new adventure.